Alright, here at the Ridge Motorsports Park for the Too Fast track day to warm up. I'm going to ride the B-bike for a little bit because I didn't ride it at all last round, and just going to save a little bit of wear on the A-bike, and then I'll probably, like at lunch or after a session or two, I'll switch over and start riding the A-bike. Left the ZX4 at home because it is in conversion to race bike form, and I didn't want to pause to make it ready to go on track and delay my conversion. So anyway, we've got great weather. It's going to be pretty warm today, I think 78, and then like low 70s on Saturday and high 60s on Sunday. No forecast of rain, so that is good. We're gonna have pretty much perfect weather. Next weekend is WMRRA, so there's some real fast racers here. Pretty cool. Wish I had more time off. I'd love to go watch WMRRA live at the Ridge, but that's not gonna happen. But anyway, there's gonna be some fast folks here, and we've got 11 signed up for Ninja 250, and there's some real fast folks here. So I'm going to have to ride my hardest to even get on the podium. And I just need to be okay with that. That's very hard to do. You know, I want to win, but I also don't want to miss out on fighting fire and overtime and flying airplanes because I did something stupid and broke my wrist or whatever. So I just gotta ride as fast as I'm comfortable and just be happy with whatever position that gives me. It's been a good morning so far. Worked with Delaney Packard at the Fix in order to try and get my bike set up. Did a bunch of adjustment to compression and rebound to kind of get into the zone, and you know, it chatters coming out of the corner from like neutral throttle to picking up the throttle, and so I think we're trying to put a little bit more weight on the front, so raised the forks and the triple clamps a little bit, and would like to lengthen the rear shock, but there's just really terrible access to it. The downside is my freaking cord melted, and I don't know if the wires just came loose in there. I did take that apart. I tightened them up, but it was still getting warm. So I've asked Larry if he can bring another one of those female receptacles, and probably a new cord as well, because really want to be able to run the air conditioning when it's hot today. You know, Rico's in the van, and there's not enough solar to keep up with the air conditioning and the tire warmers. So I can run the tire warmers straight off the generator, but my whole system is designed to put power into the van and then take power off of the van, so that I don't really have to run the generator all day, because the solar more or less keeps up with the cycling of the tire warmers on and off. And of course you go out on track and then you're not pulling any power, but all the sun's coming into the batteries. So you can usually, if I'm not running the air conditioning, I can go you know, just run the generator for like an hour once or twice a day. But if I'm running the air conditioning, I just run the generator. And so putting all that power in, and must have been, I mean, I've run this for a long time. We drove it all the way to Mexico and back, although we never plugged in. But I've recently had it plugged in, and ran air conditioning at the track before. I've never had this problem, so it's really annoying. Glad I smelt it and chased it down and found it before the van started on fire, so that's good. Anyway, afternoon session now. Two of our sessions this morning got red flagged because everybody's crashing. I'm glad I stayed back far out of the melee, and I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to ride on my own, just try and find open track and not try and ride with the other racers in my class. I'll do that tomorrow. So, not feeling very fast yet. Alright, continuing to play with tire pressure and a little bit of like gear selection, line choice, things like that. It's mostly all on me. A little bit of stuff with the bike setup, but I pretty much just need to ride faster, carry more speed, let off the brakes earlier, get on the throttle sooner, fight my way to the apex, hit my markers, racing stuff. So here we go, try again. I think this is session 6, not a whole lot left for the day.
Did the airbag go off?
Yeah. How's my helmet look?
That helmet's dead though.
God
They're
damn
gonna
it.
take your stickers at the gate. Nothing hurt though, everything?
Yeah, everything's fine. Well, in the qualifying session, GP shift strikes again, except this time cost me a helmet and an airbag repack, and it means I have to race without my airbag. So I have a regular back protector, so I'm legal, but not having that collarbone protection is maybe going to affect my ability to push. Bike's not too bad. This is the frame slider that was worn down already, and so it like cracks it a little bit here, no big deal. A little bit of wear here, a little bit of foot peg wear and shifter wear. This thing got a little mangled, so drilled and put a bolt through it so that it's still solid. Poor exhaust, a little bit more, but not bad. You know, this stuff, no big deal. Didn't break the bar or bend the bar or even really seem like it moved the position. So anyway, as you just saw, I grabbed an extra downshift at the top of the ridge, and I went to fix that as I was coming down the hill, and you know, my brain was still in like downshift mode because that area of the track is all I do is downshift, and went the wrong way, you know, down to probably like first, and it locked the rear tire and, as you see, slammed me over. Anyway, the good news is I'm fine, and my ankle's a little sore. I did hit my head kind of hard, but I feel fine, and I'm fortunate that I saw the possibility of this happening, and I bought an extra helmet that would pass tech a little while ago, so I have a new helmet to pass tech. The unfortunate thing is I wore it yesterday and I didn't particularly like it on track. Like I really have to like kind of push up on the chin bar so that when I'm in a tuck that like my field of view is not obscured. So it's just not quite a great racing helmet. So I need to buy another helmet. And that's that. So we got a little bit of a break. Race at like 2 o'clock. There's all the ultra lightweights are operating at the same time as the Ninja 250 race, so I don't get to have a bonus third race today. Tomorrow I'll get to race ultra lightweight super sport prior to the Ninja 250 races, which will help me get my brain turned on and get into race mode. But today I had a practice session. I had the fastest time of all the 250s in the practice session, but then I think I qualified like 4th, so I'll be on the second row. Fortunately, I did put in a pretty good time for qualifying, but there's others that are quite a bit faster than me. I don't know if that was because of draft or what. I did get held up a little bit by another rider in what my fast lap was, so I think I can go faster. The question is, mentally, can I go fast again today? So my focus is going to be just kind of like always, just be as smooth as possible, and the speed will come if I can be smooth. So I'm just gonna keep working on that. The good news is, you know, my airbag popped, so I didn't get hurt. I didn't break my collarbone. Mostly landed on my head, and the helmet took all that. Like, I'm fine. My ankle might be slightly sore, but totally fine. Not a problem. Everything's good. And so I'm grateful for that. And everything else is just money. And who cares about money when you're racing? You're just throwing it in the fire.
see if we can get it off.
My fucking chain broke and it locked up, and I just stuck.
All right, let's get it off. All right, that's good. Now let's get on the wall.
Yeah.
Piggy will be standing down until you give me the go-ahead.
Hold on a minute.
Yep. Ready? Go.
One more. Hold on.
We got about open super sport for 8 laps. R6.
We'll let you guys handle it from here. We gotta get this other guy out of here. It is.
Here we are again. So the chain broke, locked up, coming down the waterfall, and I stepped off the bike because I couldn't move it. And as soon as I stepped off, Lauren ran straight into the back of me. You can see how much paint is on my tire, which is crazy that it's on the left side too, because he hit me on the right side. But Adam Black, hot and hazardous, Bridgestone tires, had another 415 chain, so we got a brand new chain on and all through tech, good to go.
Don't
No,
send
I'm
me
having a shit day.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? But I mean, physically, you're okay. Something hurt?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, race recap. It's a very rough day. Never crashed in the dry before. Today I've crashed twice in the dry. I gotta say, the airbag really worked well. My shoulder feels absolutely nothing at all. And the padded shorts where that one hit, like, totally fine. Nothing wrong at all. In the second race, when I lost the front on the white flag lap, came down hard on my left hip, and it hurts. But the bike's fine, of course. Crashed as well. And then went out for the last race. Pretty sure I forgot to turn the camera on for that one, so no footage, but rode smooth and slow, and I don't know, finished like 4th or 5th or something like that. Held off David Hirota, and that was it. I was debating about going out for that last race. It was like, man, 2 crashes and a broken chain. Like, maybe I just should call it, but the season points, gotta get like a few points. So I had a DNF today, and then a poor finish, so not gonna get very many points, but some points is better than no points, and gotta get back on that horse. So anyway, that was today, and tomorrow is a new day. All right, Sunday, race day. Got some good sleep last night. A little sore and stiff getting up this morning, but been moving around, stretching, feeling good. Going out for the first practice session at 9:25, and then I've got 8-lap ultra lightweight super sport race that I treat as a warm-up for the Ninja 250 race. So that'll be good to go get a number of continuous laps in and really like get my mind set. Made some small adjustments with tire pressure and fork height to try and set the bike up a little bit better. And yeah, just gonna go ride. Maybe won't push quite so hard. I certainly don't want to crash again today at all. So just need to complete some laps, and whatever finishing position I end up in, I'll just take it. Would like to be at least on the podium, but I'm just gonna ride where I'm comfortable and try to be smooth and consistent, which is usually always my goal, but I just didn't really ride smooth and consistent yesterday. Obviously made some mistakes, had 3 events, and anyway, at least I got a new chain on, so I don't have to worry about a chain breaking for a while. Well, it just poured down rain for like 3 minutes. Larry and I got the B-bike changed over to wet tires. Of course, it's sunny. Okay, so I did the ultra lightweight super sport on rains. It was pretty dry. It was actually very, very dry when we went out. But I figured I'm gonna start the race, and that way, like, if nothing else, at least I get a number of starters, so that, because there was probably some people that just decided not to go, and so with having enough starters, the contingency pays. So that's all I did, was give a little service there, but it also just gave me another start, and I did 3 laps. It was really dry. I made a pass, passing a guy that I think it was on slicks, and the rain just wasn't coming, so I just pulled in and called it quit after 3 laps. It did rain a little bit, and the guy Nate was in the lead on slicks, and Austin was on rains, and so Nate had a pretty big gap on him, but then he had to back off when it started raining, and Austin was reeling him in, but Nate came out with the win, so congratulations to him. And now it's raining again, and it actually looks kind of dark over there, so this is the kind of situation where I'm really happy to have a bike set up on dries and a bike set up on rains, and I'll make the decision at the last second and decide which one to go out on. So 15 recap. Got a good start. I was second into turn 1. One rider passed me going up the hill into 2 like usual and just about takes the front wheel out. Not super happy about that, but I need to go faster up that hill if I don't want to get past. So, and then 2 other guys passed me. They both scared the fuck out of me. I tried to pass one of them back and wasn't quite enough room on the track, so I just decided to like hang back and stay on his wheel and get him somewhere else, and then he just kept pulling on me. So I couldn't hang with the lead group today after yesterday, so just not able to push at 98-99%. And I was really thinking I was going to go out on wet tires, but the track just seemed dry, and the clouds and everything were just moving a little bit, and so everybody went out on slicks, and it was a dry race. No real issues with moisture anyway. I did have a little bit of a battle with David Hirota again, and I was able to hold. He did pass me once, and passed him right back, I think, and then we had to work our way through vintage lap traffic, and I did pretty good at working my way through there, although the one time David passed me was where I was taking it easy on a vintage lapper, and he just went for it. So I guess I know that, like, when you're going through lap traffic, you just have to get them, like, right away. But I also don't want to be an asshole. You know, it's club racing. People are out here to have fun. But also, you know, this isn't Frisbee golf. You know, it kind of is what it is. That line of aggressiveness is really hard to figure out, and it varies from person to person. So anyway, it was fun. I got to do a little bit of battle, and you know, had a good ride. Anyway, I wouldn't say it was a good race, but it was a good ride, and I'm still pretty new at this. Only been doing it for a year, so. So, race recap of the final race. Forgot to do it yesterday. It's Monday morning. I'm at the house. Long drive. It's a 5-hour drive for me from Shelton to home, not including stops. So, got home before midnight. Anyway, I went fast. Got a good start, and was number 2 from the second row of the grid into turn 1, 2, up and over the hill. Didn't get past in the beginning, so carried more speed up through turn 2. Went back and forth for the lead with Jacob for a little bit, and then I got my pace back. Got through that mental barrier to go and connect fast laps and stay at the front of the pack. So overall it was a good race where the top 4 were really tight the whole race. So I finished 4th though, so disastrous for the points. And I'm pretty fucking sore this morning. My neck, like just trying to get up off of the pillow, my neck hurts. So next round, I'm going to try to go back to not crashing, because not crashing allows you to finish much higher and have a lot more fun. But it was still a lot of fun. Anyway, got to get ready for work. Goodbye.